For longer than anyone can remember, man has always tried to find out the meaning of the world. This includes everything that resides not just on Earth, but also what lies beyond our understanding. Space, the final frontier, is no less than that. It has been an important part of man's research, and we continue to make outstanding discoveries in the field. If you are someone who gets astounded by looking at the amazing creations in this universe and wish to explore the outer world, the space what is beyond this world of ours which we call home, then you are at the right place. Stay tuned till the end of the video if you wish to know about the latest discovery made in space. The story starts with man's obsession to question things that lie beyond understanding, beyond Earth. Man has always thought about all the processes that occur in outer space. This obsession led to launching many man-made structures called telescopes to be launched into space. These telescopes are out there, gathering information about the outer space and then sent back to Earth so we can have an understanding of the universe in which we dwell. A few of the prominent telescopes include the Hubble Space Telescope and James Webb Telescope. However, the James Webb Telescope is the largest and most potent space telescope ever created. It enables researchers to examine the state of the universe 200 million years after the Big Bang. Some of the very first galaxies to develop are clearly visible in photographs taken by the telescope. Additionally, it is able to observe objects in our solar system from Mars outward, see into dust clouds to determine where new stars and planets are developing, and investigate the atmospheres of planets circling distant stars. The Webb Telescope is the size of a tennis court and is as tall as a 3-story building. Because it is so large, it must fold like an origami figure in order to fit inside the rocket. Once in orbit, the telescope opens and the sun shield first. The universe is seen to the James Webb Space Telescope in light that is invisible to the human eye. Infrared radiation is the name of this light, and humans experience heat from it. To see through smoke during a fire and save people, firefighters utilize infrared cameras. Our universe thus will be visible to the James Webb Space Telescope thanks to its infrared cameras. Looking into those dust clouds where stars and planets are formed may provide fascinating new information for the scientists in their research. Mirrors help space telescopes see by gathering and concentrating light from far-off stars. The telescope can see more detail the larger the mirror. A huge, weighty mirror is incredibly challenging to send into space. Therefore, engineers created 18 smaller mirrors that fit together like a puzzle for the Webb Telescope. Inside the rocket, the mirrors are folded, and once in orbit, they unfurl to form a single, enormous mirror. Planets live in systems other than our solar system as well. Thousands of planets orbiting stars other than our sun have been found by scientists. The term for them is exoplanets. Exoplanet atmospheres will be studied with the aid of the James Webb Space Telescope. We'll soon learn if there is any potential for life on the exoplanets. On December 25, 2021, the Webb Telescope was launched by Arianespace from the ELA-3 launch complex at a spaceport in Kourou, French Guiana. The European Space Agency contributed the launch vehicle and launch location for the Webb Telescope mission, which was carried out using an Ariane 5 rocket. Following launch, the telescope traveled 29 days and 1 million miles to the largest Lagrange point. The James Webb Space Telescope will concentrate on 4 primary topics: planets, the formation of stars, and protoplanetary systems, the earliest light in the universe, and the assembly of galaxies in the early universe, including the origins of life. The pillars of creation are at the center of M16, often known as the Eagle Nebula. Lie these enormous tendrils of cosmic gas and dust, the appropriately titled Pillars of Creation, which are visible in this breathtaking view, are a portion of the nebula's active star-forming zone and conceal young stars within their wispy columns. The colors in the image that represent oxygen are blue, sulfur is red, and nitrogen and hydrogen are both represented by green. The pillars are illuminated by a cluster of young stars that is just outside the frame, which has emitted blistering ultraviolet radiation. The towers of gas and dust are being gradually eroded by the winds from these stars. NASA scientists tap into a deep symbolic history with centuries of meaning when they named the Hubble's stunning new image of the Eagle Nebula the Pillars of Creation, bringing it into the current era. As much as we tend to link pillars with the classical temples of Greece and Rome, the Christian tradition has a strong resonance with the idea of the pillars of creation, the very foundations that support the world and all in it. Charles Haddon Spurgeon's 1857 sermon, The Condescension of Christ, was included in William Jennings Bryan's book, The World's Famous Orations. The pillars of creation were first imaged by the Hubble Space Telescope in 1995. However, the iconic pillars of creation, where new stars are forming beneath dense clouds of gas and dust, have been imaged by NASA's James Webb Space Telescope as a lush, extremely realistic environment. Although they are far more permeable, the three-dimensional pillars resemble beautiful rock formations. The chilly interstellar gas and dust that make up these columns sometimes seem semi-transparent in near-infrared light. Webb's updated view of the pillars of creation will assist scientists in revising their theories of star formation by providing far more accurate counts of freshly formed stars, as well as the amounts of gas and dust in the region. They will gradually develop a better grasp of how stars grow in these dusty clouds over millions of years and then explode out of them. This photograph from Webb's is a seen stellar thanks to newly created stars captured by the Webb's near-infrared camera. These are bright red orbs that are usually outside one of the dusty pillars and contain diffraction spikes. Within the pillars of gas and dust, nuts that have amassed sufficient mass start to collapse under their own gravitational pull, slowly heat up, and finally give birth to new stars. It is interesting to note what are those wavy lines at the rims of some pillars that resemble lava. The answer is that those are star-forming stellar ejections from the surrounding gas and dust. There are hardly any galaxies in this image, despite the impression that Webb has used near-infrared light to punch through the clouds and expose vast cosmic expanses beyond the pillars. Instead, the densest region of the distant Milky Way galaxy covers our vision of the deeper cosmos too much with a mixture of translucent gas and dust known as the interstellar medium. Many other observatories have also closely scrutinized this region. The Hubble Space Telescope captured the first image of the landscape in 1995, and the James Webb Space Telescope returned to it in 2014. Each cutting-edge equipment provides researchers with fresh information about this region, which is virtually bursting at the seams along with the countless stars. By examining the received light and digitizing it, the Hubble Space Telescope captured this image. It was illuminated by the same light that 7,000 years ago shone off the pillars. That light has just recently reached Earth. Imagine that there is alien life within the pillars to see how this idea also works in the opposite direction. If aliens looked at Earth, they would find that our Neolithic ancestors were developing the wheel 5000 BCE. Astronomers believe that the pillars were destroyed some 6,000 years ago by a supernova and the shock wave it produced. Humans will continue to observe the standing pillars for another 1,000 years because the pillars were demolished only 6,000 years ago despite being 7,000 light years away. Let us fast forward 1,000 years. Consider how our descendants will view the scene when gazing up the pillars. They will witness the imposing pillars crumble to the ground when a dead star's force crushes them. They will also understand that the scene truly occurred a very long time ago. This is astronomy's beauty. It radically reframes the way we perceive the world. It makes us humble by eliminating how small and insignificant we really are in the scheme of things. We yet feel honored to have been granted the chance to see this extraordinary world, which makes us feel fortunate. We are merely observers, consigned to the lowly position of observing and trying to understand the cosmos. But who can complain when the galaxy is filled with such stunning views, which are remarkably similar to the pillars of creation? Do you think we are ever going to find life beyond our planet? Do let us know in the comments down below.